Please welcome to the stage the Chairman of the Board of the Air and Space Forces Association and the former CyberPatriot National Commissioner, Bernie Scotch.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and stay standing while we post the colors and play the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and please join me in acknowledging the University of Maryland Air Force ROTC for their fine work. If this is the first time you're here, I promise you you'll have an uplifting and a great evening. If you've been here before, I'm sure you'll join me in recognizing this as an evening of hope, an evening of great future for our nation. So thank you all for joining us tonight. On behalf of about 115,000 members of the Air and Space Forces Association, we welcome you to the CyberPatriot 16 National Finals Competition. We started this program in 2009 because we cared about STEM education. We estimate that the program has touched about 140,000 individuals. 80,000 plus are now working in cybersecurity. Just this year alone, we registered 5,000 teams for the competition, and we had 20,000 participants. You know, the word partner is used a great deal in our society and in our economy. Business suppliers are referred to as partners. Business customers are referred to as partners. Personal relationships use the term partners. I received a mailing from a car dealer who said he wants me to be my partner in transportation. He was trying to sell me a car. The word is used and abused, I think you'll agree. But what we're about here tonight is a partnership. We at AFA are proud to present this program. It's a national imperative that we have to get this right. We continue to struggle as a nation with STEM education. We continue to be ranked in about the 20s in STEM education among 15-year-olds. By some measures, we're up to number 2 in competitions on an international scale. But you'll never guess who's number 1. And it's our pacing challenge, our friends in China. The good news is, between 2000 and 2018, the number of degrees awarded in science and engineering in the United States about doubled, from 500,000 to about 1 million. The bad news is that about 3/4 of those graduating were foreign students, led by, guess who? China. We have a pacing challenge that confronts us. This is a national security issue, and that's why we are partnering with you. We're so glad to see General Hawk and Ms. Jones here from the Department of Defense, General Hawk from Cyber Command and NSA, and Ms. Jones from Secretary Kendall's office. We're glad to have them join us tonight. We're glad to have representation from DHS. We often hear from from civilian sponsors, why should I contribute to this program if government isn't involved? Well, government is involved. To our friends from Northrop Grumman, from Boeing, from AT&T, from Cisco, you've been with us since the beginning, and we thank you for that. And for you coaches and mentors, parents, friends, educational administrators, program managers from Civil Air Patrol, from Junior ROTC, from U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps, and educators from public and private schools. You're our partners as well. And from the University of Texas at San Antonio Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security, Dr. Greg White and his team, they are key partners in this endeavor. We invite you all to enjoy this evening. I'm looking forward to it. I've got my electric shoes on that I'll light up at the right time. And I thank you for joining us for an exciting evening. Thank you. Stu Pettis, would you come up to stand, please?
Okay, before I extend our thanks to the many people and organizations that made this season possible, I'd first like to congratulate all the students. The analogy we use is so overused, but I think I did the math, and I did go to Florida State. I'm a public, where's my teams from Florida? Okay, yeah, I'm a product of the Florida public school system as well. So I did the math, and let's see, the finals of the World Cup, the finals of the NBA Final Four, the Super Bowl, the World Series, statistically, that's an easier path than what you did here to get here in this room. So congratulations to each and every one of you. That's a heck of an accomplishment. I'd also like to thank, probably most importantly, all those coaches and mentors out there. You got the teams organized. I just had 2 kids to deal with. I can only imagine what a team of 4 to 6 would be like, but you got them organized, you got them where they needed to be. You kept them on task. Thank you so much for that. And most importantly as well, the parents, because as Rachel, and Rachel gets to speak a lot, she's a new hockey mom of 2 kids, and I know we're starting to organize meetings around the hockey schedule. So thank you for all of your hard work getting your competitors where they needed to be. As General Scott said, we could not make this happen without our great sponsors, and I'm going to take some time. We're going to thank each and every one of them because their support is so vital to what we do. We had the Northrop Grumman Foundation, Cisco, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Air Force Reserve, Air and Space STEM Outreach, AT&T, the Boeing Company, American Military University, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Gannon University, Leidos, and the University of Maryland Global Campus. Thanks to their support, we were able to grow this program from a very small, humble beginnings to now a national competition in all 50 states, U.S. territories, and DoD schools overseas. I'd also like to thank our cyber partners, B2B Security, Blue Vector, Clear Focus, one of our newest sponsors, CompTIA, Synergistic, Look to the Right, the General Atomics Sciences Education Foundation, Tenable, WebRoot, and Zapata Technology. And then, as General Scott mentioned, we cannot thank our partners at the University of Texas San Antonio, the Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security enough. They're such a great technical partner. They're the ones that really just make this happen. So thank you so much, Dr. White. And following dinner, we're going to recognize the winners of our CyberPatriot 16 National Finals competition. But as long as I have the mic, I also want to thank another little group of people. So the people behind the scenes, there's 8 of them, a mighty team of 8. Rachel leads them, and you've met all the rest kind of here and there. I cannot thank them enough for the hard work. It is a true pleasure working with them. If you think about it, you guys get to deal with a single school district in a single state. They get to deal with about several thousand school districts, all with their little idiosyncrasies and computer firewalls and all the little things that go there in all of these different states. When the competition day starts, it actually starts when the sun comes up in Germany, because we had a couple teams in DoD schools in Germany. Then they got a little bit of a break. and then East Coast all the way to the West Coast, a little bit of a break, Hawaii, Guam, and then the day ended when the sun went down in Japan. So thank you so much, team. I now want to take an opportunity to thank our distinguished visitors, or I'm sorry, distinguished guests and speakers. First and foremost, the Honorable Ms. Kristen Jones. She's performing the duties of the Undersecretary of the Air Force. We also have speaking this evening the Commander of U.S. Cyber Command and the Director of the National Security Agency, General Tim Hawk, who has been a longtime supporter of CyberPatriot going back to his time in San Antonio. Also, the Vice President of Strategy and Mission Solutions at Northrop Grumman, Adil Karim, the Director of Global Government and National Security for Cisco, Ms. Cindy DiCarlo, the Vice President and Senior Chief Engineer for Boeing, Brian Connolly. We also have several of our sponsors represented. The Director of Digital Learning for the Air and Space STEM Outreach, Jordan Rader. Dean of Enrollment Management for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Prescott, Brian Doherty. The Director of Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas San Antonio, Dr. Greg White. From our CyberPatriot Board of Advisors, Brigadier General retired Chad Radeke. From the Air and Space Forces Association, we have Stephen Gorley, the Vice Chairman of the Board for Education. And my boss, the Executive Director and who's serving as the Interim President and CEO of the Air and Space Forces Association, Major General retired Doug Rayberg. I'd also like to take a moment to thank all of our Junior ROTC, Civil Air Patrol, and Naval Sea Cadet leaders for their support of the competition. Training Technician, yep, ROTC, we love them. The Training Technician for U.S. Army Cadet Command, Junior ROTC, Nick Flowers. Operations Manager, Headquarters Marine Corps Junior ROTC, Paul Jornet. Program Director and Division Chief for Air Force Junior ROTC, and most importantly, a friend of mine going back 30 years, Ben Caro. From the Civil Air Patrol, Chief Master Sergeant Todd Parsons, and the National Vice Commander of Civil Air Patrol, Brigadier General Regina I. I now invite CyberPatriot's Senior Director for Competition Operations, Frank Zabrowski, to give us a recap of how you guys all got here. Frank?
CyberPatriot 16 kicked off in October with 5,183 registered teams. There were 837 middle school teams, 1,390 all-service division teams, and 2,956 open division teams. Teams came from all 50 states, the District of Columbia, U.S. Overseas Territories, U.S. Department of Defense schools, both in Europe and Japan, and as well as teams from Canada. 2 high school divisions started competition in October. After 2 rigorous online rounds of competition, the open and all-service division teams were divided into 3 tiers: platinum, gold, and silver. The middle school division's competition started in November, allowing more time for the middle school teams to train. During the round held in December, teams competed for state awards. The top 60% of middle school teams advanced to the semifinals, and the top 25% of teams in each of the 3 tiers in the high school divisions advanced to the semifinals. In the semifinals, teams faced the traditional challenges of virtual operating systems and the Cisco Netacad challenge. High school teams also faced CyberPatriot web-based challenge and the Boeing Cyber Physical Systems challenge. Based on their scores in the semifinals, the top middle school and platinum tier teams then advanced to the national finals competition. This week, all 3 divisions competed in the Network Security Master Challenge, and during this challenge, teams were provided with a variety of operating system images, some they had never seen before. Participants on each team assumed the roles of administrators for a small business. During the challenge, teams were tasked with finding and fixing security vulnerabilities, maintaining critical services, resolving ad hoc injects, and all the while defending against a professional red team, and the red team did their best to stop them from accomplishing their mission. Well, all 3 divisions also competed in the Cisco Netacad challenge, and the teams were required to manage and troubleshoot the security components of a network. Also, teams were tested with a Cisco networking quiz that covered what they learned this season. The Open and All Service divisions also faced the Boeing Cyber Physical System Challenge. Teams were presented an operational system that tracks and maintains flight information, and each team acted as a product security engineering team. They were tasked with securing the system from threats that could impact air safety. And now, let's recognize and welcome the national finalists for this year. I will start with the middle school division. From the Boy Scouts of America, Troop 261 in Frisco, Texas, the Chunky Marios. From Design 39 campus in San Diego, California, Team Cyber Aegis Titan. And from Oak Valley Middle School in San Diego, California, Team Cyber Aegis Callisto. And now on to the All-Service Division, representing Army Junior ROTC from Lowell High School in San Francisco, California, the Cyber Cardinals. And from Theodore Roosevelt High School in San Antonio, Texas, Team TX Patriot Care Bears Revenge. Representing Navy Junior ROTC from Miami Beach Senior High in Miami Beach, Florida, Team Super Moogers. And from Troy High School in Fullerton, California, Team Watt. Representing Marine Corps Junior ROTC from Allen High School in Allen, Texas, the Bravo Eagles. And from Mountain View High School in Stafford, Virginia, Wildcat Battalion Scarlet Team. Representing Air Force Junior ROTC from Knob Noster High School in Knob Noster, Missouri, the Computer Colonels. And from Scripps Ranch High School in San Diego, California, the Terabyte Falcons. Representing Civil Air Patrol from Burke Composite Squadron in Springfield, Virginia, the Cyber Monkeys. From Fullerton Composite Squadron in Fullerton, California, Team Irene. And from Raritan Valley Composite Squadron in Manville, New Jersey, the Cyber Eagles. And representing the U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps from Centurion Battalion in Winter Park, Florida, Team Netrunners. And from Sacramento Division in Sacramento, California, Aero 404, Team Not Found. Now on to the 12 Open Division teams. From Canyon Crest Academy in San Diego, California, Team Conspiracy. From Carmel High School in Carmel, Indiana, the Cyberhounds. From Del Norte High School in San Diego, California, Team Cyber Aegis Ager and Cyber Aegis Triton. From Franklin High School in Elk Grove, California, Team Half Dome. From Highland Ranch High School in Highland Ranch, Colorado, Team Falcon Transfer Protocol. From Liberal Arts and Science Academy in Austin, Texas, the Cyber Potatoes. From Loyola Blakefield in Towson, Maryland, Team Charlie's Angels. From Plymouth Canton Community Schools in Canton, Michigan, Team View Source. From Rock Canyon High School in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Team Killer Queen. From Troy High School in Fullerton, California, Team Runtime Terror. And finally, from Westview High School in Portland, Oregon, the Titan Turtles. Let's have a great big round of applause for these outstanding teams who distinguished themselves this week coming to the National Finals competition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage AFA's Director of STEM Education Programs, Stu Pettis.
Thank you so very much. I'm very pleased to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, the Honorable Kristen E. Jones. Ms. Jones is performing duties as the Undersecretary of the Air Force. She is responsible for organizing, training, and equipping 700,000 active duty Guard, Reserve, and civilian airmen and guardians in the Air and Space Forces. She also oversees the department's annual budget of more than $250 billion, that's with a B, and directs strategy and policy development, risk management, weapons acquisition, and technology investments. Please welcome the Honorable Kristen E. Jones.
Good evening, everyone. It's such an honor to be here, and thank you, Stu, for that introduction. And thank you to AFA and the entire CyberPatriot team for organizing this event and inviting me to join with you this evening. We're surrounded by so many of the best and brightest our country has to offer. Young people who will make an incredible impact on our future. And I want to be one of the first to say congratulations on the amazing accomplishments of each of your teams. While the focus of this evening's ceremony is on those young competitors, I want to take a moment to speak to all of the CyberPatriot volunteers, educators, coaches, and staff who work so diligently to help you all get here, as well as the family and friends who supported them along the way. No one gets to this level of performance on their own, and the excellence displayed throughout this competition is a direct reflection of your efforts and leadership. Thank you for all the ways you've poured into these teams. You are superheroes, and you should be immensely proud of what your teams have accomplished. Let's give them all a round of applause. As I learned a little bit about the teams competing today, I felt a deep sense of connection with you. Now, I don't want to show any favoritism, but I couldn't help notice that several of the teams are from Southern California, where I grew up. And as I think about that time in my life when I was your age, I recall searching for my passions and my purpose. And as I share just a little bit about that journey, I hope you'll reflect on your own passions and purpose, and maybe see those two things coming together at this event. At your age, I had a budding interest in service and thought about what I might want to do in international relations or government. As I thought about my future, I thought maybe I wanted to be something like Jack Ryan in the Tom Clancy novels. Now, Jack Ryan from the novels is different from the Jack Ryan that some of you might have seen on TV today. On TV, he's more of an action hero, but the Jack Ryan of the books that I read uses his intelligence and insights to resolve conflicts related to national security. That world of intelligence gathering and analysis, with a little bit of adventure, drove my decisions on what I'd want to do with my life. Like you, I was also on a team that shaped my future direction, and swimming is where I found my people and my passion. I was lucky enough to be recruited to the swim team at West Point, which eventually led to my commission in the Army as an intelligence officer. I was on my way to becoming just like Jack Ryan. Unfortunately, life had other plans, and I suffered an injury as a cadet that eventually forced me to separate from the Army 5 years after commissioning. I learned that life doesn't always go the way you planned, but aligning our passions with a sense of purpose will get us where we need to be. I was still passionate about service, and I still wanted to use the skills I had developed with meaningful purpose, but I wasn't sure what would come next. I'm sure many of you face these moments of uncertainty, if you haven't already, but I can assure you that your path will become clear as you continue to develop meaningful skills. I've had the opportunity to serve in multiple roles in companies in the business world, but quickly found my way back to public service, putting my skills into civilian positions in all 3 military departments. My passions and purpose have come together in many ways along this journey, and I feel very much at home in my current roles in the Department of the Air Force, serving as the Undersecretary and also the Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Financial Management and Comptroller. Throughout my career, I've seen the need for cyber and other science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM disciplines growing exponentially. I've also been fortunate to be a part of many ambitious initiatives related to these skill sets. As one example, as an Army civilian, I helped lead the team that was instituting one of the largest changes to the Army's business systems in the service's history. And in my time in the commercial sector, I had the opportunity to advise many companies how to structure their systems, software, and data to better achieve their goals while remaining safe and secure. In my current role in the Department of the Air Force, I tackle similar challenges. I'm very focused on how we leverage our data to make good decisions, how we integrate technology across the Air Force and Space Force to deliver effects and capabilities when and where needed, how we modernize our resources and business management, and how to effectively incorporate some of the most exciting new technologies like artificial intelligence into our efforts. These aren't the challenges I expected to face while reading about Jack Ryan in high school, but developing my passions into meaningful skills and a sense of purpose prepared me for the changing landscape and rapidly advancing technology we see today. Just one example of that changing landscape is our reliance on data and information. Several current industry leaders speak of data as the new oil or the new electricity. It's the critical asset in this digital age, fueling innovation, integration, and growth. As quoted recently at the UN, the United Nations, data is the lifeblood of decision-making and the raw material for accountability. Our ability to harness, protect, analyze, and utilize data will be pivotal to our strategic success. The skills that you are developing and demonstrating at this competition are central to the security and prosperity of our nation and the world. And yet we see attempts to steal data and attack networks in a variety of ways every day. These threats come from individual actors seeking their own profits and motives, from organized groups trying to damage or disrupt the security and prosperity we have, and even other nations trying to undermine the foundations of our democracy. These actors seek to attack private and commercial networks to access our personal or financial information. They attack networks that maintain critical infrastructure like electricity distribution and pipelines. And they attack military networks and the networks that control satellite systems like our GPS. But there are people all across our country fighting daily battles to protect our networks and our data that we rely so much on. We need more of them. People with the skills to counter these attacks. We think you could be some of them. And what you're learning here matters. So that's why I'm so excited to be here with you today, the next generation of our nation's leaders in cyberspace and STEM. And I'm sure that many of you have found your people on your teams and have found a passion developing the skills that you demonstrated so ably today. I hope that you continue to learn and build on these skills to prepare for what I know is going to be a very bright future, and that you find a sense of purpose along with a sense of belonging. My connection to swimming started me on a path that led to that deeper purpose. And you might find your path applying what you've learned here in a variety of ways, in military service, in business, in your communities, or some other capacity. And make no mistake, the hard work and focus that pushed you and your teams to this level of competition are the same attributes that we need as a country to lead globally. The excellence you demonstrated along the way places you in an elite category of performers. Excellence, as many of the JROTC cadets in the audience may know, serves as a core value of the Air Force. Excellence is not perfection. It's constantly striving for improvement. And to succeed as a team, you demonstrated not just individual excellence, but leadership. This is true regardless of the role that you filled on your team, whether you were actively participating in a specific challenge or cheering on those who were. It was also foundational during the countless hours of preparation and study, and more broadly in the large and small ways you cultivated a culture of excellence that brought your teams here today. I like to say that leadership is a verb, not a noun. Now, don't try to convince your English teachers of that. They're not going to buy it. The word leadership is not technically a verb, but too often we think of it as a noun, as something that we're given with a title or position. Instead, we need to think of it as a verb, as something we do, as the act of leading. That means taking care of your team and working to empower others. It means building trust with and among your team and developing those around you to be the very best they can be. When we think of leadership as a verb, our position on the team doesn't matter, but the actions we take to help the team fulfill its purpose, that matters. Preparing for this competition, you all learned that you excel when your teams excel, and each of you have your own superpowers. Each of you brings unique abilities, experiences, and perspectives to the table. It might be the ability to analyze a situation quickly, the strength to lead when circumstances are challenging, or the empathy to understand and respond to the needs of your team. These are all superpowers in their own right, and when you come together as a team, these powers combine to create something extraordinary. In the Department of the Air Force, as in all aspects of life, our strength is in our diversity. The diverse skills, talents, and perspectives within our ranks are our collective superpowers. The world is a complex and challenging place, and the tasks we face as a service and as a nation require diverse skill sets to solve. When we recognize, respect, attempt to understand, and incorporate different perspectives and experiences, we're better positioned to find new and improved solutions to complex challenges. It's through diverse teams that we achieve excellence and make strides forward in all that we do. So I challenge you to recognize and nurture your superpowers. If you're not sure what they are, then ask your teammates, your family and friends, and others close to you. And once you discover them, develop and use them to serve your community and your country and to find your purpose. And that is my next challenge to you. Start thinking about how your passions and skills can lead you to finding your purpose. If you're not sure where to start, let me be the first to say that the Department of the Air Force is hiring. We need individuals with your superpowers in the Air Force, the Space Force, and civilian service. Whatever superpowers you bring to the table, we have a place for you. In fact, just last month, we announced some sweeping changes across the department, including changes to training and career paths, specifically for fields in STEM. The Air Force is bringing back warrant officers, positions where people can focus on a specific technical specialty for highly skilled cyber and technology skills. The Space Force is redesigning career paths and officer training to better prepare Guardians to meet the high-tech, data-centric, network-intensive joint operations expected in future campaigns. So, if you like flying drones or aircraft or satellite, so do we. If your superpowers include designing and building, whether it's robots or Legos, 3D printing, or Minecraft worlds, we need people to design and build the next generation of aircraft and spacecraft. If your passion includes the skills you displayed in this competition, we need people that understand cyberspace and can design systems that keep pace with rapidly advancing technology. And if you're interested in space, we have a place for you. The Space Force has a few astronauts, but they do so much more. Space has become indispensable to modern life, profoundly impacting our daily activities and the global economy, including communications, weather, agriculture, trade, and others. The Space Force protects and defends our interests in space to include that our forces, our allies, and our people have the ability to utilize the advantages of space whenever and wherever they need it. So if that sounds interesting, we hope you'll find out more, because we'd love to have you on our team. The CyberPatriot sponsors would also love to tap into your superpowers, and we rely on these civilian industry partners every day to accomplish our missions, and they also need talent like yours. So now I'd like to end where I started, by saying congratulations on the amazing accomplishments, teamwork, and excellence that brought you here today. You have a lot to celebrate. And as you return home over the next few days, take time to reflect on your journey, what brought you here, and the lessons you learned along the way. Continue to develop your skills and your passions, and reflect on your sense of purpose. It truly has been an honor to share this evening with you. I'm excited to hear who won, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. At this time, if the CyberPatriot's Director of Business Operations, the amazing Rachel Zimmerman, can join me on stage.
Thank you, Stu. Before we begin the awards, would Dr. Greg White of the Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas at San Antonio please join me at the stage?
Staff members from the Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas at San Antonio have monitored systems operating the CyberPatriot 16 National Finals competition. We certify that the scores collected, reported, and compiled to determine winning teams are an accurate representation of the competition results. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. White. Thank you also for your support of CyberPatriot over the past 16 seasons. You have helped shape the program into what it is today, and we wish you the best of luck in your retirement. We will start the awards portion of the evening with the winners of the Boeing Cyber Physical Systems Challenge. Would Brian Connolly, Vice President and Chief Engineer for Boeing, please join me on the stage to present these awards.
Thank you very much. And first off, I'd like to congratulate all the competitors on making it to the national finals. It's really been a pleasure and an honor to join you on this journey. The Boeing Cyber Physical Challenge is designed to help competitors discover and work through security challenges, similar to those that Boeing engineers face every day when we think about the security and resiliency of our products. This year, the Boeing Challenge was focused around the integrity of an operational flight tracking tool, which they're tasked to secure, which really drives to an understanding of secure by design and the cyber effects that can happen to physical objects, and how do we mitigate those through the life cycle of our product. We at Boeing hope the competitors' experiences here with the Boeing Challenge will inspire the next generation of cybersecurity experts to solve the difficult problems to ensure safety and security of our world in the future. Now for the important part, the winners. And the first one will be the Boeing Cyber Physical Challenge third place team. And the third place winner is Team Cyber Aegis Triton from Del Norte High School. And I did mean to mention before we started, all three teams had the exact same score. They all had perfect scores, so it came down to time. So that's how close it was. That's really a great effort from all three teams. And so the second place team is the Cyber Potatoes from Liberal Arts and Science Academy. And the winning team for the Boeing Cyber Physical Systems Challenge is the Cyber Hounds from Carmel High School.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Next, we will announce the winners of the Cisco NetAcad Challenge. Would Cindy DiCarlo, Cisco's Director of Global Government and National Security, please join me on the stage?
Way down. Hey, it's always really such an honor to be here and to recognize those of you out there who are going to be building our future. You know, we were talking at the table, Cisco's been a proud sponsor of CyberPatriot since the beginning. So I think it's been about 15 years that we have been supporting. And the Networking Academy has been a part of the curriculum and the competition since about 2015. So by our estimate, about 70,000 students have gone through Cisco Networking Academy as a part of this program. And you know, that's something I think that all of you should be very, very proud of. That's a huge accomplishment. And you might have heard today, I don't know if you're watching the tech news out there, but Cisco completed the acquisition of Splunk, which is huge. And you know, Cisco acquired Splunk to continue to build our cyber practice and to look towards that future. And along those lines, as we look towards the future, not only internally within our organization, again, we look forward to our continued commitment to tomorrow's cyber's leaders like yourselves. So I guess from here we'll go ahead and do the announcements. Great. And I should let you know that we have a Cisco, for all of the winners, we have a Cisco ASA firewall out there for you that you can take home. You can autograph, you can put in your trophy case. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so the middle school division Cisco NetAcad Challenge winner is CyberAegis Callisto from Oak Valley Middle School. Now announce the Cisco NetAcad Challenge Awards for the All Service Division. The NetAcad Challenge All Service Division third place winner is Team TX Patriot Care Bears Revenge from Theodore Roosevelt High School, Army Junior ROTC. The Cisco NetAcad Challenge All Service Division runner-up, Terabyte Falcons, Scripps Ranch High School. Alrighty, and the Cisco NetAcad Challenge All Service Division winner, Team what? From Troy High School. Alrighty, moving on, and now the Open Division Cisco NetAcad Challenge winners. Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division third place winner is Team Cyber Aegis Triton from Del Norte High School. Alrighty, Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division runner-up, Team Cyber Aegis Iger. And the Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division winner and overall winner for the Cisco Networking Academy Challenge is Team Half Dome.
Thank you, Ms. DiCarlo. We value our partnership with Cisco, and thank you for your gracious support of the program. And with that, it is now the moment you've been waiting for. Time to announce the winners of the CyberPatriot 16 National Youth Cyber Defense Competition, starting with the middle school division. The middle school division began with 837 teams, of which just 3 teams advanced to the national finals competition. To announce our winners, please welcome Adil Kareem, Northrop Grumman's Vice President for Strategy and Mission Solutions.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here tonight representing the Northrop Grumman Foundation, and it's been a pleasure to spend the evening with all of you. Congratulations to everybody that's made it this far. I'd also like to say a special thank you to all the volunteers that made the event happen, and maybe an unsung group, the parents. Let's thank all the parents that made this possible, the ones that drove you to places. So I think about all the places my mom and dad drove me that maybe they didn't want to go to, but they did anyway. And I'm sure a lot of you have had Uber drivers and cheerleaders in your own house. And don't forget what they brought to tonight. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the awards for the middle school division. The third place winner in the middle school division, the Chunky Marios from Boy Scouts of America, troop 261. Second place, Cyber Aegis Titan from Design 39 campus. And the middle school division national champion is Cyber Allegis Callista from Oak Valley Middle School.
Thank you, Mr. Karim. Before we announce the winners in the All-Service and Open Division, would Rohan Juniga and Sathan Singh from Del Norte High School, Yanis Smith from U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps Sacramento Division, and Anna Wu from Troy High School please join me on the stage? In many nationally prominent competitive leagues and programs, CyberPatriot has created a special award to recognize participants who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in the program. The Cyber All-American Award recognizes participants who achieve the distinction of being designated a national finalist in each of their 4 high school years. This year, we have 4 new Cyber All-Americans. All right, congratulations again to each of our new Cyber All-Americans on their outstanding achievements. This year, we are excited to announce that CyberPatriot's Cyber Silver sponsor, Gannon University, is offering the top teams in the All-Service and Open Division a renewable 4-year undergraduate scholarship to their institution. National championship team members will receive a full scholarship to Gannon University. Second place team members will receive $4,000, and third place team members will receive $3,000. In addition, CyberPatriot partner CompTIA is providing a voucher to each member of the national championship team in both the Open and All-Service division. This voucher is good for 1 certification per student. Now, on to the All-Service Division winners. The 13 All-Service Division finalists have worked very hard to be here this week. From 1,390 teams, the field has been narrowed to these 13 finalists. And everyone should be very proud of their efforts. They all deserve a round of applause. To present the All-Service Division Awards, we have a special guest tonight. Please join me in welcoming the Commander of U.S. Cyber Command and Director of the National Security Agency, General Timothy Hawk.
Before I give out any awards, I just want to say a couple thank yous. First, I think from the perspective of the Air Force Association and CyberPatriot, when I talked to General Scoach earlier and he talked about the first CyberPatriot with 9 teams, now growing to 5,000 teams across the country. That says a lot about the Air Force Association, it says a lot about CyberPatriot, the sponsors, and what it takes for 5,000 teams, the volunteers and the support across the country represented by the 28 teams here and really the volunteers that have really been a part of making sure each of these teams are successful. Thank you to all of you. Now, from my perspective, I get to come to work every day at U.S. Cyber Command at the National Security Agency, and I get to work with service members and civilians that every day are focused on working in an incredibly high-paced technology environment and focused on service to the nation. They build networks, they defend networks, they conduct offensive cyber operations, and they do so to defend the Department of Defense and defend the nation. So I am incredibly honored to do the awards tonight for the All Services Division, a group of individuals that are exploring service through ROTC and doing so in an environment that is really focused on technology and teamwork. So it is my honor to be able to announce the award winners tonight. The All-Service Division third place winner is Team TX Patriot Care Bears Revenge. The All-Service Division runner-up is the Terabyte Falcons from Scripps Ranch High School, Air Force Junior ROTC. the All-Service Division National Champion, Team 1 from Troy High School, Navy Junior ROTC.
Thank you, General Hawk, for joining us this evening to inspire the next generation of cyber defenders. Finally, from a field of 2,956 teams, just 12 made it to the national finals this week. Please join me in congratulating the 12 Open Division finalists for their hard work and success. Open Division winners, please welcome AFA's Executive Vice President, serving as Interim President and CEO, Major General Retired Doug Rayberg.
I just have to start off by saying I would have given anything to have each and every one of you on my B-2 stealth bomber team. You are an incredible set of leaders. Give yourself a big hand for being here tonight. It's always fun to come here, but on behalf of the Air and Space Forces Association and on behalf of our board of directors, and specifically on behalf of our CyberPatriot team that has brought this together for you, this is a wonderful time to just be here and be excited about leadership. I believe the Undersecretary of our Air Force, Secretary Jones, said it right. Leadership is, in fact, a verb. I ask that whether you're going to be a future soldier, sailor, airman, Marines, Guardian, Coastie, or perhaps a civilian in the services, or you're working for industry, think about driving leadership. It is a verb. We need you. We need you in those services. We need you in leadership. And I'd like to end on a different note and a thank you. I want to personally thank our sponsors. Each and every one of these companies has brought their leadership to bear to make you successful. We owe them a debt of gratitude. Let's give them a hand, please. And we've heard it tonight, but we can't say it enough. We have a big thank you to every single mentor, parent, teacher, guide who has brought you here to this culminating national final. They're the ones that have really believed in you as a team, in one fight, have believed in yourselves. And that's what brought you here tonight. Are really the leaders back home, your parents, and those that really want you to succeed. So please, give them a final hand for tonight. The exciting moment for the Open Division, third place. The winning team is Team Cyber Aegis Iger from Del Norte High School. The Open Division runner-up, Team Cyber Aegis Triton from Del Norte High School. Okay, this is the big one. Keep the drums rolling. The Open Division National Champion is Team Half Dome from Franklin High School.
Thank you, General Rayberg, and thank you all for being here this evening. Congratulations again to all of the national finalists and award winners. Thank you and good night.